Welcome back to our channel where we dive deep into the world of coins, exploring their history, significance, and current value. Today we're turning our attention to a coin that has been a staple in British currency for decades, the United Kingdom 5 new pence coin. Whether you're a collector, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about the value of these coins, you're in the right place. So let's dive in and discover the circulating value of the 5 new pence coin. Before we delve into the value, let's take a moment to understand the history of the 5 new pence coin. Introduced in 1968, the 5 new pence was part of the decimalization process in the United Kingdom, a significant shift from the old currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a more straightforward decimal system. The coin's worth is USD 4 million. The 5 new pence coin was equivalent to the old 1 shilling coin, making it a familiar denomination for the British public. Initially, these coins were made from copper-nickel and featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, while the reverse showcased the crown thistle, a symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. However, that doesn't mean they're worthless. Depending on the year, rarity, and the overall demand from collectors, circulated coins can still hold a decent value. For example, a 5 new pence coin from the late 1960s or early 1970s in circulated condition might fetch around PS 0.100 to PS 0.50, depending on its state. Coins from later years, especially those minted after 1982 when the coin size was reduced, might have a similar or slightly lower value in circulated condition. If you're thinking of selling or trading your 5 new pence coins, it's crucial to assess their condition accurately. This will give you a better idea of their market value. And remember, every coin tells a story. Even the most worn-out ones have their own unique charm and history. When assessing your coin's condition, consider using a magnifying glass to closely inspect the details. Sometimes what appears to be heavy wear can actually be dirt or grime that can be gently cleaned off. Just be careful not to damage the coin further. To sum it up, the United Kingdom 5 new pence coin in circulated condition may not be a high-ticket item, but it's a piece of history that played a significant role in the UK's currency system. The most common signs of circulation include loss of mint luster, scratches, and sometimes even dings along the edges. The level of wear can significantly impact the coin's value and collectability. Let's talk specifics. If you have a 5 new pence coin in circulated condition, what should you look for? Firstly, check the general wear on the coin. Is the Queen's portrait still clearly visible? Is the reverse design featuring the badge of Scotland with a crown thistle still sharp? In well-circulated coins, you might notice the details becoming less defined. The high points of the design, like the crown and the thistle leaves, are usually the first to show wear. The edges of the coin might also appear smoother compared to a coin in mint condition. Here's a side-by-side comparison. On the left, you have an uncirculated 5 new pence coin, still retaining its original shine and detail. On the right, a circulated one, where you can clearly see the impact of years of use. The difference is quite striking, isn't it? So, how does circulation affect the value of your 5 new pence coin? Generally, coins in heavily circulated condition are less valuable than their uncirculated counterparts. However, these older coins are no longer commonly found in circulation due to the resizing in 1990. For the smaller 5 pence coins, which are still in circulation today, their value remains at 5 pence. In general, modern 5 pence coins are worth their face value and are used daily across the UK for small transactions. If you are hoping for a higher collector's value, unfortunately, circulated 5 new pence coins typically don't carry much additional value beyond their face value. Unless they're in exceptional condition or part of a rare minting era batch. Collectible and numismatic value. While the circulating value of most 5 new pence coins is straightforward, certain factors can increase a coin's value in the eyes of collectors. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are often worth more than their face value. Additionally, certain years or mint errors can make a 5 new pence coin more desirable. For example, coins from the first year of issue 1968 or coins with errors such as misprints or double strikes can fetch a higher price among collectors. For most of us, these coins will continue to serve as a useful part of our daily transactions, but for the keen collector, they represent a small yet fascinating piece of British numismatic history. The 5 new pence coin is a part of the decimalization of British currency, which occurred on February 15, 1971. This changeover was a monumental shift in the way currency was handled in the UK, replacing the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence with a more straightforward decimal system. The first 5 new pence coins were introduced in 1968, 3 years before the official decimalization. To help the public get accustomed to the new system, these coins were initially minted with the same size and weight as the old shilling, which they replaced. Now, when it comes to circulated condition, the story of these coins gets even more interesting. Over the years, the design, size, and metal content of the 5 new pence coin have changed. But today we're focusing on the circulated coins, which have been through years of transactions, pocket change exchanges, and maybe even some rough handling. Circulated condition refers to coins that have been used in everyday transactions, which naturally leads to wear and tear. The design remained largely unchanged until 1982, when the new pence inscription was replaced with just 5 pence, as the decimalization process was considered complete. The evolution of the 5 pence coin, the 5 new pence coin, went through several changes over the years. In 1990, the coin was resized to a smaller version, which is the size we recognize today. This was done to reduce the cost of minting and to make the coins more convenient for everyday use. Despite the change in size, the value remained the same, and older, larger coins continued to circulate alongside the newer, smaller versions until they were gradually phased out. The smaller 5 pence coins continued to be made from copper nickel until 2011, when the Royal Mint began producing them in nickel-plated steel to reduce costs further. This change made the coins magnetic, which is a useful feature for vending machines and sorting purposes. Current circulating value. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the circulating value of the United Kingdom 5 new pence coin. If you come across a 5 new pence coin from the period between 1968 and 1981, it is still legal tender, but its value is exactly 5 pence, just as it was intended. This design would remain in place until 1982, when the inscription was changed to simply 5 pence to reflect the full transition to decimal currency. The 5 new pence coin underwent significant changes in the 1990s. The original coins were made from copper nickel and had a diameter of 23.59 mm, making them slightly larger than a US quarter. However, as the years passed and the demand for more compact currency grew, it was decided that the coin should be reduced in size. In 1990, the Royal Mint introduced a smaller 5 pence coin with a diameter of 18.00 mm, roughly the same size as a US penny. Despite the reduction in size, the coin retained its original design and continued to be made from copper nickel. The older, larger 5 new pence coins were gradually withdrawn from circulation, but they remained legal tender until 1993. Today, the 5 new pence, now simply known as the 5 pence coin, remains a staple of British currency. While its size and weight have changed, its role in the UK's monetary system has remained consistent. The coin has continued to evolve in subtle ways, with changes to its metal content and design, but it still serves as a reminder of the UK's transition to decimal currency over half a century. Why history? While the larger pre-1990 coins are no longer in circulation, they are still relatively easy to find and make for an interesting addition to any collection. Coins from the early years of decimalization, especially those in mint condition, can hold a modest premium, particularly if they are part of a complete set. Moreover, proof versions of the 5 new pence coin, especially those struck in limited numbers, are highly sought after by collectors. The transition from new pence to simply pence in 1982 also marks a key point of interest for numismatists, as it symbolizes the full adoption of the decimal system in everyday life. The 5 new pence coin may seem small and ordinary today, but its history is anything but. From its introduction during the decimalization era to its various design and size changes, this coin tells the story of a nation adapting to change. Whether you're holding a modern 5 pence or a larger, older 5 new pence, you're holding a piece of British history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of the United Kingdom. For next video,